and welcome to Event Horizons. I'm your anchor, Dr. Robin Falkov, and once again, it is a pleasure to be here with you today. My gosh, the time is flying by so quickly. We're going to find ourselves just like we did last year. Suddenly it's Christmas. Suddenly the year's gone. This one is off to a rapid beginning. Lots of distractions out there, lots of things behind the scenes. We have to be ever more vigilant, my friends, and that's what we're here for, to help you with the information that you need so you can make your informed choices. You know, not just about health, not just about one area, but across the board, because this awareness and this sharing of what you are hearing becomes urgent when we are facing so many different agendas at work to keep all of the insanity ongoing. And it's up to we the people all around the world to take a stand and make those changes. For those of you tuning in for the first time who might be wondering about me and what I do, I'm an Oriental medical physician. My focus started with homeopathy, which I just find to be an outstanding medium. Very impressive with the results gained from that. And I have additional training in other modalities as well as some in Western medicine. And I bring it all together to evaluate and decide what is optimal for the individual patient that I work with. I don't practice cookie-cutter medicine or cookie-cutter anything. My website is healthfreedomrights.com, and as I have said, that is my focus, and I hope that will be yours, because I'm not speaking of just health freedom rights once again. It's all of our rights. I welcome your comments. I hope that I will hear from you. Please write to me through my website. It's the easiest way, and you don't have to remember how to spell my name, which can be quite challenging. I love when I'm dealing with people. I had someone very nice at Amazon helping me yesterday with some returns, and when he came to my name after I had said it, I said, "Don't worry, I'll spell it." So he was laughing. But, you know, little things. And it's nice when there are nice people to interact with, because we all know how draining it can be to have to deal with customer service for things. But I must say I give Amazon credit. They accommodate. They really go out of their way to help and make a difference. So, and for a book junkie, that's a big deal, because books are very important in my world. But today, my friends, I want you to know that I think the special is still going on in my name. The $60 seed packet for a season, and there is an abundance of outstanding seeds that Nighthawk has made available that will nourish your family for the spring season, the growing season, and gosh, we have to get started being aware of all that. Now, on that note, talking about food and growing food, we will be having a new team member join us on Friday morning. His name is Charles Ostman. He's a good friend of mine and colleague, someone who is quite knowledgeable, and he is the director of special research, or head of special research. I forgot exactly what it is at okay. So, Nighthawk just told me that the special is still going on and there have been no takers. Oh, well, guys, I know we're all financially challenged, that's for sure. And I guess $60 as an investment might be a bit daunting for some. And if it isn't, then please go ahead and do your bit, help out the station, and it would be great to know that there will be more people growing their own food, because I sure hope that when you have enough, you'll be sharing those seeds with your neighbors. You can have community gardens. It's the best way to have a strong foundation. Now, Charles is Okay, let's say special projects investigator at General Hydroponics, and that's generalhydroponics.com. And he will be on What They Don't Want You to Know with me later this afternoon from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then we've got a break in the middle. There are some open events ongoing that we might be getting updated on as well. And we have Gersh Avery at the end of the show, who is recovering from open heart surgery. And he's a former marijuana legalization activist, and he has made himself a test case for healing from his open heart surgery, and it sure looks like he is doing an outstanding job. But I'll let Gersh tell you about that in his own words. And let's get on with the show, because joining us today is Melanie Vritschan. She is our person in Brussels, our ears and eyes there that tell us about what is going on with covert technology and the around the world change in police, the brutality and disregard, it seems, of the citizens. Good morning, good afternoon, Melanie. We don't have Melanie yet. Okay.
She's still loading up.
Gotcha. I didn't go over to the other page. I see the bubbles.
Yes. Should be here in just a second.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, here we go.
There she is.
I think we're all set. Thank you, Producer Jerry. Good morning. Good afternoon, Melanie. I did it again. How are you? Oh, shit. Yeah, technical issues, it sounds like.
Hello?
There you are.
Okay.
Okay, that's better. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, my friend, how are things in your world?
Well, pretty busy. Because we have now decided that we'll open an office in Brussels, and so I have a lot of things to do to prepare for this. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of ideas from different people. So, yeah, but it's very exciting, of course. It feels like, taking a further step that was desperately needed for some time. But now we have more or less decided that that's what we're going to do, and so I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear that. What does that mean? I would think with Brussels being the head of the European Union. Am I correct about that?
Yes, that's correct. So, most human rights organizations actually do that. They have, at least an office in Brussels. So, I'm afraid you got to be doing this if you want to be taken seriously. So, but it will enable me then to do even more efficient work. With institutions, it will raise our credibility. So, we'll have to see how it works out. I have a few people interested and supporting us, and I hope we can start pretty soon.
Oh, good.
I have to do all the things that you have to do actually if you start an association. So get a number, get it registered, all this. So I've been at the bank and at various places to inform myself what I would actually have to do. There's some admin involved.
Yes. I was. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, but that's it.
I was wondering about the expense. I would think it must be very expensive to have office space in Brussels.
Yeah, that is a problem. So, well, first of all, I think I could probably use my home, for a while, until we raise funds. So we have to, of course, also, start a fundraising program.
Yeah.
And I have to look to what possibilities are available via the EU funding and assistance programs.
Oh my gosh, that's even better. You can get them to fund it. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, that's the idea. Yeah, but we're not there yet. But
Wow.
yeah, I'll look into that. If there's any possibility for us to get funding via these programs.
Well, Melanie, looking at what you've accomplished in the past couple of years, I know it's just going to be all falling into place. So,
yeah, let's hope. Yeah,
no doubts about it. Yeah.
I've been positive energy that we can create.
So, is there anything new going on? I know you shared with us your experience of what happened when they tried to harass and forcefully commit you on a psychiatric commitment, which of course was thrown right out as soon as they spoke with your physician and verified that these are all real health concerns that you have and that you, yes, have been under attack.
Yes, and that I had the scientific proof for it, that they could not discard. But yeah, what is going on? Well, I will be looking into filing some charges for this, So because it was just outrageous, and well, we have to look more into this. We will need to get the file to know and the warrant and see exactly what has happened. But it certainly looks like an unlawful attempt, to lock me up. Sorry. So yeah, we're busy with that, and then tomorrow there's, I think globally actually, there's global.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. What is tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow is, I think it's a global phenomenon. There's this anti-chemtrail march. I think it's in several, at least European cities, but I think it's worldwide. And so I'll be there, and hopefully we'll be meeting also some of the local people here that are interested in forming an association in Brussels. So a few of them will be there, hopefully. So that is what we're going to do. Oh, did I say tomorrow? No, sorry. I thought we were Friday. I just forgot that we're. That will be Saturday. Yeah, the march, the anti-chemtrail march. And then, I don't know if I mentioned on one of our last shows that one of our major citizens' rights movement leaders, Peter Verreke, is actually at the moment on trial for having sent various emails of concerns, regarding vaccination, especially the dangers of vaccination to children. To the Flemish Health Ministry, and they have started a trial against him. So I was at the hearing, at the first one, and we were there with 200 people all dressed in black to show the judge that this is a very sad day for democracy. If something like that happened, if you can be put on trial because you sent emails of concerns, health concerns,
yes,
to the Ministry of Health. So, and on the 5th of February, there is the verdict. They will read the verdict. So we'll all go again. I don't know, maybe we'll dress in pink this time to symbolize hope also. Because, his lawyer and all of us told the judge that he has to be acquitted because the only thing he did is using his rights for free expression, of opinion or concerns. And if you have serious health concerns and you're not even allowed to send them to the Ministry of Health, well, where are we going? Where are we going? So spoken to him yesterday. He seems in high spirits.
That's good.
So hopeful. So we'll see. So at the moment I'm sending a few mails around, information around about this trial as well to get as many people to show up there as possible. Because,
yes.
if we were, certainly the judge we could see was impressed last time when there were 200 people and the room was totally packed. There were even people standing outside. I hope they got the message.
Well, with outpourings of people like that, yes, and that's the whole key to getting these changes in place. Once they recognize that people are shining light on their dirty dealings, then they just have to clean up their acts. If we put more pressure on, it's when those that walk away just say, well, someone else is going to handle it. That's how things get out of control. So
yeah, true. That's what we were saying, you know, and his lawyer was saying, well, he's not just one man that sends his concerns, but he was speaking for hundreds and hundreds of people, you know. So he was just a voice for the group. So hopefully they will, understand that convicting him would be a very bad idea.
yes, and what are we looking at, Melanie, in other countries in the EU and other countries around the world? Is the waking up taking place, or are more people getting the courage to join together and come out now that they're finally being vindicated with testing that shows there's, you know, there are these serious concerns that are measurable and that really exist?
Well, I hope so. I mean, certainly things like putting Peter Vritschan on trial for having sent a few emails to the health ministry, that has actually now attracted even more attention to these issues, you know. So that was not smart. The same thing is trying to arrest me and to incarcerate me in the psychiatric facility, which hasn't worked, was not smart, because that way many people have actually woken up. My neighbors here, they were, for example, witnesses to the police trying to break in my door, and with the violence that occurred. And so many people, and I have, you know, the International Center Against Use of Cover Technologies and the EUCACH sign, the European Coalition Against Covered Harassment sign on my door, you know. So,
okay.
Yeah, so when it alerted the neighbors, the police alerted the neighbors with their incredible noise that they were doing, trying to break in my door. Well, people saw that, you know, and they were like, oh, hey, what does she have on her door, you know? Oh, yeah. And first of all, they witnessed this incredible violence, so they made testimonies, which are certainly not in law enforcement's favor, I would say. And then secondly, well, they looked up the website, and many people have written to me, you know, asking for more information.
Sure.
If the objective was to silence me, or also for Peter to silence us, with their rather violent actions, they have actually achieved the opposite. You know, and I've received many testimonies of sympathy. And I've also, due to what I do, I'm in contact with several human rights organizations, so I have informed them of what's going on, and this is now spread within these organizations, much bigger organizations, like Human Rights Watch, Human Rights League, Amnesty, World Organization Against Torture. So they're all aware now about what happened to me. So this harassment actually, you know, has totally the opposite effect of what they probably intended.
Yeah, that's and everybody joins together when they realize that they can be threatened as they threatened you. So
yes. People at Human Rights Watch as well, you know, if they can snatch you like this from the street and lock you up, they can, you know, it can happen to any of us. You know, any human rights defender then basically is at risk, or any civilian also. So I think that has contributed actually to an awareness raising on covered harassment and electronic terrorism.
Yes. And are you doing your testing on a regular basis there in Brussels?
Well, in Brussels we have done quite a few last year. We do them on a regular basis, not always in Brussels. Probably the next one will be rather in England, because my friend and colleague Diane O'Donnell, who is doing the testing for ICAACT, she says that she has an enormous amount of requests at the moment from the UK. And last time we gave a little bit of privilege to Brussels. But now the next one I think will be in the UK. It will be anyway announced on the ICAACT website. And otherwise, at the moment they're building the facilities, to do phase 1 and phase 3 testing. So phase 3 is in a controlled environment in the Faraday cage in California, in the Bay Area.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So as soon as these Faraday cages and the testing facility is built and completed over the next weeks, I should think, there will be the testing will be started. We will be starting the testing there on a regular basis. And especially phase 3 testing, because we will have Faraday cages.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be great for people here in the States.
Yes, indeed. But it will all be announced on the ICAACT website, ICAACT.org. But then we also have to find a solution for Europe. That's true. So we're also looking at the moment in the opportunity of either building Faraday cages here, depends on the funding we get, or probably doing what I did last time. I organized the scanning in a Faraday cage in a research facility in Belgium, and so if you can find a research facility to have this as a standing deal, so that whenever we have a group, that we can test them also here in Europe.
And is there any assistance on the medical front for volunteering to help with testing, or is this something that doctors have to do carefully? Do they come under attack if they help out?
Yeah, I think that you have to be careful. Although once I had the report and when I showed them the results, I showed them to various doctors, they all recognized it as scientific proof. So. So the recognition, they recognize it. I think for them getting involved, it's still a bit of a risk. So at least getting involved too. But hopefully, as ICAACT grows and a new method of forensic testing will be more known, I hope that we can get a few physicians also to become allied to our cause and to openly assist us. So, but as with all things, also there had to be an awareness for this. But now I think a few at least here are aware, and they understood what the testing we did, and they accepted the proof as scientific evidence for non-conventional experimentation with this kind of technology on these systems. So I think gradually, hopefully, we'll get to that will be support our application.
And how long a process is it when you do the testing, Melanie? What's needed? How much time?
Oh, you mean to do the test? Or
to do the test itself. Is it, how much time does it take for somebody to have that done?
Not that long. Usually it's between half an hour. It depends on the person who's testing, and a little bit, but I know that Diane is somebody, she's very thorough. She likes to take time. Lars is somebody more, maybe because he's an engineer, I don't know, it's a little quicker maybe, but I would say for one person to get tested between half an hour and an hour, so 3/4 of an hour. So depending on who's doing the test, but then also a little bit on the conditions on the day and the location. So we usually take 2 locations. We test in 2 different locations. So, between a half an hour and maximum an hour, I would say.
Well, I think it's a priceless investment of time when you can have that confirmation that protects you later against dirty dealings trying to be done to you.
Yeah, and people appreciate it, and also that we do it free of charge, of course, and usually when they get their report, and we also video and audio record the testing, then we usually get a lot of thank you emails, you know.
I can imagine.
People get this vindication somehow, you know, very, let's say, the confirmation that they are victims and not prey.
Well, important work, very important work. Now, we're coming up to the bottom of the hour, Melanie. I know how busy you are. If you'd like to stay over, you're more than welcome to. And if you've got to move on to other things, we certainly appreciate your time. So just let me know what works for you before we get it, what works for you before we get it, what works for you before we get it, what works for you.